welcome everybody to the third week of the 5-pin Universal Champion as it's been queued. We have a little bit of a structure change this week. We've decided to add another bowler to the mix. So we have Tim Wiseman versus Tyler Tytgat for the preliminary match, and it's going to be a two-game match play. Each game is worth 1 point. If they split the first two games, then it'll be a one-ball roll-off to decide who's the champion. We have the defending champion, Bradley Tytgat, in the commentary with us, and he's going to help us commentate the first round. We'll bring in the guys here and talk to them before they start this match. Hey, guys.
Hey there.
So, Tyler, as the number 3 ranked 5-pin universe player, how does it feel to try and take down the defending champion?
We'll see. I mean, not the first time I bowled him, so it's not a new experience.
That's true. Obviously, you guys have played each other a lot in the past, and but unfortunately, you have to get through a Masters champion, provincial champion, in Tim Wiseman, ranked number 13 in the 5-pin universe. All the people wanted to see this match. They all voted for both of you.
Well, if the people say so.
Yeah, Tyler said you need practice to beat me, so that very well could be true. We'll find out, I guess.
Tyler refused to even take out money. He's that confident.
Yeah. Who needs
I'm
that?
just doing my part for COVID, reducing the cash contact.
That's fair.
So how are you guys feeling?
You know what? Honestly, a little nervous, only because I talked a lot of smack the last couple of weeks. So, I haven't thrown a lot of balls. Ryan, my balls weigh just fine. Thank you. So, they haven't been weighed yet. So I promise you, probably a little bit better than the tour final videos. So
you weighed them.
I know. And then Kerry weighed them again. So, yeah. Anyways, so I talked a lot of smack. I haven't talked any smack to Tyler this week just because of karma. And, we'll see where it goes.
Hey, have either of you guys been out practicing over the last couple months?
I've gone twice. I came and played the COVID thing twice. So that's about it.
Tim started this COVID thing, and he hasn't even done it yet.
No, I did it once. And I shot almost 900, so I thought that was pretty good. And then
was that for 3 or for 6?
Oh, for 3. Yeah, I know. It's just as surprised as you were. And then I played that one video that we'll never ever see through Kerry. So, those are the 2 things I ever played, and I practiced a little bit today and yesterday. So, once the poll came out. So, fingers crossed. Coin flip. What turns out today? We don't know. But it's all for a video and all for a good laugh, maybe at the end. So, yeah.
We'll see. We'll see how embarrassed you are after these 2 games.
Yeah, you know what, Kerry? All I know is it's all about me. So it's all about me. That's what I heard. So it's going to be all about me today.
All right, guys. We'll let you go.
Okay.
You can throw a couple practice balls and then let us know when you're ready to start your match.
For sure, guys. Okay.
Thanks.
Good luck.
Good luck, guys.
All right, so who do you think has the edge going into this first match?
Tyler. Hey, Timmy's had a real hard time walking over the last month.
Because they're both Tim is very much his release point, and if his release point isn't right, he's gonna struggle. I mean, me and Dexter and Adam watched that at Open Provincials last year.
Yeah, I don't know. He threw some balls today. And he looked okay, as long as Tim's got his medication issues, right? So I did watch him threw some balls yesterday, and I did watch him bail completely on the lane. It was great. I'm pretty sure there's a divot in the lane. It's like a meteor hitting the earth. But otherwise, his timing looks okay. It looks like he's throwing the ball all right. We'll see what happens. Neither of them have really practiced at all, so. It could be a really good match. It could be a really terrible match. I don't know.
I think realistically, it'll all be about tempo. Who can find it really quick? I have seen Tim find it really quick. Depends kind of how many beers he's been drinking so far. So Ty's just going to come in, just naturally roll the ball. So I think his natural shot is easy to come off of a big break and just throw naturally. So that's the biggest reason why I gave him the nod. But both are very good players. Anything can really happen in this match.
Yeah, exactly. All right, I think they're just about ready to get started here.
Brett, I forgot to send you my email address. Do you want to go double or nothing today, buddy? For those of you who don't know, we Brett decided to put some money down on the Calgary matches on Sunday, and and Mark Miller decided to put some beer down on some matches, and I won both those bets. So I'm wondering if Brett wants to double up on the money he hasn't paid me yet.
Crickets from Brad Hendrickson.
That's right. That's right. Well, it looks like they're ready to go here.
Yeah, so each game, there is no carryover. It's just worth a point each. So see who gets off to a hot start and takes down this first point.
Great first shot.
Hope everybody likes our overlay scores. Hopefully everybody can read them. Tune in or follow along instead of us flipping back and forth and trying to make adding mistakes.
Definitely wasn't quite as aggressive as I think he normally is through that shot.
A little tentative at the start.
Even though this is a low dollar type of event, there's still some jitters out there, right?
Yeah, for sure. Brett, I have no audio, but I read something about a bet. There you go. That one looks better. Great shot.
Yeah, much more aggressive through the line there.
So what do you guys think about adding this extra player to the weekly event? Do you think it's a good idea, or do you think it takes away from the defense?
I think it's a great idea. Just get a little bit more camera time for some of the local players. Realistically, for the champion, he's going to have that one match anyways, or she, I guess. Is just going to have the one match. It really shouldn't matter either way. And then this is a bit of a play-in. It might be a bit of a disadvantage for that champion, but at the same time, I think they should be able to overcome it.
Yep, totally agree.
Oh, that's a really good start from Tim for a guy who hasn't thrown a whole lot.
Yeah, quick double.
Yeah, quick start. Potentially a good 32-point lead right off the bat.
And I don't care what anybody says. I still think Adam's a quicker player than Tim is. It's slow. Holy.
Well, it can be. That's a good shot.
Got away with it.
Yeah, that's kind of his go-to kind of getaway though.
Great start.
And Tyler answers.
Wow. really important double, actually. Even, just frame 3 of the first match. Really got to have that killer momentum, and especially facing a double. If you go up there, put up your 43 count, throw another strike, at least you're right in the match.
Nice.
Nice getaway as well.
So they're both off to pretty good starts. That head pin really probably won't matter going into the end of the game.
See if Tim can keep the momentum working.
Let's take a quick minute here.
You are absolutely right, though, Kerry. He can definitely take his time out there. I get a lot of crap from a lot of people, but if it's consistent. Tim generally is as well, and this is not really bowling good.
Ooh,
Wow.
bit of a drop there.
Quick feet, maybe.
Yeah, kind of came up out of his shot, laid it over.
Amazing what that, having a look at a double does to the next shot, even if you're running.
Yeah.
Expect a good second shot here, though.
There we go. Good cover.
Great start to the match.
We forgot the Halloween graphics there, Dex.
Oh, no.
A Steltronic dropped the ball there. Hey, Tim capitalize on that spare.
Really important shot just to get momentum going again.
And maintain the lead, right?
Exactly.
He's starting to think a little bit more than I think he did on those first 3 shots. So
Yeah.
that's
Definitely is a
miss right
lot
and
more
miss left.
mechanical.
absolutely.
All right, same thing. Make the cover, get the spare.
There we go.
That is Tim's tendency, though, when he is struggling. He doesn't throw a whole lot of head pins, or at least he doesn't get on runs of head pins. It's usually just the timing, momentum, and the slight middle misses. But he usually comes back with a really good second shot.
Really good shot.
Yeah.
Really, really good ball. Wow.
There's a reason he's ranked number 3 overall, people.
It's like the most explosive strike I've seen him throw in a year. Usually he's got those little low roller strikes out of the hand.
Yeah. Ooh.
Oof.
A little behind the shot there.
Well, nothing that 4-baggers can't fix, right?
Yeah, just keeps the game interesting that way.
So, did you guys happen to watch the Calgary matches that we held
Nope.
on Sunday?
Nope, didn't watch it.
I did. I found them quite entertaining.
Yeah, there was some. Well, the first match was really close. The second match could have been close. Steven kind of ran into a couple head pins at the wrong time, but he spared a split early in the third game. It was pretty good match.
With him, you never know when he's going to run his 7-bagger. He's
Yeah.
done it a couple times I've seen, and I haven't known him all that long. So
Hey, see if Tim can.
Great ball.
He's close.
Oh, takes the lead back with that shot.
Yep. Oh, should have changed that banner. It still says podcast. We haven't done one of those in 3 weeks.
All right, so this should be a really important shot for Tim here. He throws this when he's going to be up guaranteed.
Breathing through his elbows again.
Yeah, that's right.
Kind of saw it in just his push away. Very, very mechanical currently.
Yeah, and I think that comes from just not playing, right? I mean, you're so forced to focus on every aspect of your game rather than letting the natural, muscle memory come out just from having repetitions. You don't have the repetitions, you don't have the muscle memory.
Agreed, and I think that was part of a little bit of my problem last week. Even was just the lack of muscle memory for taking all the time off when the bowling alleys were closed. So I definitely understand that component of it. And then he's not even a field bowler like I am. Oof.
Well, it's going to be a match.
Getting punchy out there.
Bowling as much as I have with Ty, that's definitely been his game through the years. Is he's a lot of strikes and then gets himself into trouble and then throws a lot of strikes. It's not a lot of like those in between shots. It's
Right.
the feast and famine kind of thing.
Seems to be a trait of more of the top player, though, right? If they're running, they're like crazy running. But everybody seems to kind of get into that, plow trouble or miss trouble, and it's just a matter of how quickly you can kind of adapt to it and get back to the game plan.
True.
Same thing.
3 of those in a row.
If anything, it looks like he's almost decelerating when he's getting to the bottom of the swing on the first ball, the last couple frames I've watched, instead of just allowing the arm to come through naturally. It's a very minute thing, but could potentially take a little bit of sting out of the fingers of the shot.
So Bobby asked if this is a 1 game. No, it's a 2-game match. Each game is worth a point. If they split the first 2 games, then it goes to a 1-ball roll-off.
That's a really good shot from Tim.
Mm-hmm.
And it was the first one I've seen him actually be aggressive.
Super aggressive. Yeah.
Before we get to the end of the match here, Gary Goulash had a question here. He's wondering if the game of bowling is against your opponent or is it more against yourself? Take
Wow,
her away.
good question. Definitely more against yourself because there's really only so much defense that you can actually put out there. Basically, the biggest defense you can do is throw some offense at a player, right? But definitely battling your own mind, your own game to get to that level.
Yeah, I totally agree. Like, there is really no defense in bowling. You could play a little bit of mind games with some players, but it's mostly just getting out of your own head and make the best shots you can, right?
Absolutely.
I would agree with that too.
Timmy got away with a little thin one there. Hopefully he can pick up the spare. I know his spare game hasn't been on point from the little competitions we've ran on the side here, but hopefully he can pick it up here.
At least there's no cameras in the gutters right now.
Hey, Jim Head's watching this.
You got her.
Attaboy.
It's a big shot. Now all you have to do is just avoid catastrophe pretty well. Unless Ty puts up a good number here for 9 and 10.
Thanks, Ryan O'Callahan. We approve of this message. Very nice
Great
shot.
shot. Still is 290 out. Forced him to throw the double. Actually, if he bangs out, Timmy'd have to bang out to bin by 1.
It's a good one.
Been away from bowling too long. Math doesn't work anymore.
So you get the old mind having to do it?
Yeah. I just blame it on the finance math. I did
Oh,
those and wow.
A little thin going away, though.
Certainly was, yeah.
That's the family shot. I know that one all too well.
It's one of those that you get 50% of the time, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Good pick.
Really important. He goes after this, still forces something out of Timmy. Great shot.
It's good 9-10.
Yeah, real solid. Good adjustment after the 3 plows.
We'll have to pick his brain after this game and ask him what the adjustment was.
Hit the side.
If only it was so simple. Yeah.
Unfortunately, it is.
Hey, Timmy needs a good one here. Oh, yeah.
Great ball.
That was really good.
A little emotion, too.
All right, so Timmy goes up 1.
Match 1 to Weisberg.
All right, we'll see if they come in or if they're gonna just go jump into the next game here.
Definitely well bowled games on both sides.
Yeah.
Not a lot of missed object pins, and the few misses that were in there were recovered pretty quick.
100% on spares, if I remember correctly.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And not much wood left on the deck either.
Not enough to change the game anyways.
Yeah.
Here we go. We got the winner of match 1 in here.
Back in the closet.
No comment.
So we'll start with Tyler. You kind of ran into 3 head pins in a row. What was the adjustment going into frame 9 there?
Just throwing the ball. There's another word that I would put in there, but for camera purposes, I won't.
We don't care, Tyler. Bomb away.
But yeah, no, I just got lazy, but that's okay.
Yeah. You
That's why
still
it's
made Tim make a good shot in 10. Obviously, Tim clutched up for the second time in his life. So
yeah.
Oh, was there a first time? I don't know.
Yeah, really well thrown match, boys.
Mm-hmm.
Even the 10th frame there, Ty, the first ball probably deserved a corner after going away a little bit. Could have went.
Yeah.
Could have definitely changed the landscape there as well. But really good finish. What do you plan on doing to start the second game?
Just that same shot. It's gonna work eventually. So might as well just keep throwing that shot. Make Tim keep bowling good.
Yeah. I'm not gonna lie, like frame 4 or 5 was like I haven't had adrenaline run in a long time. I was like, I'm coming out of my shoes. It's like, holy crap! Like it's just I have 6 more frames of this. I haven't bowled in a long time, right? And I see Tyler throw a bunch of strikes. I'm like, oh, I got my work cut out for me. So thankfully all worked out. But I got another game, maybe another game and a ball left. I don't know, right? So
Yeah. Tim's really playing that karma card. I don't think he's ever been that nice to me when we've bowled each other. So
no, I haven't. So I'm playing that card, right? Yeah.
Normally with me, he won't shake my hand or give me high five. So just take what you can get.
Tyler, you're the best bowler I know, buddy.
Oh yeah.
All right. Well, good luck on this next
right.
match, guys.
Thanks, guys.
Keep throwing the ball well.
Okay, thanks guys.
All righty.
Tim trying to play the karma card.
Yeah.
So funny when he's on camera.
Yeah.
Versus on a keyboard.
Our keyboard warrior. All right. Well, I think Tyler's going to be coming out strong here.
I expect about the same as how they finished, to be honest. Wouldn't be surprised if Ty came out flying and Tim struggled the first couple frames and then got it going again type thing. We're thinking about momentum, especially early in a match. So we'll see how the first 2-3 frames go.
Yeah, exactly.
First miss out of him.
Yeah, it just seemed a little quick. He was up early.
Mm-hmm. I find that a little bit sometimes when I play first in head-to-head matches like that. I always feel like I gotta throw the first ball really quick because everybody's waiting.
Right.
Covers the spare, so really no big foul there.
No, good start. Good time to miss. If you're gonna throw a spare by missing the middle, it's a good time as any to do it.
435 doesn't lose a lot of games.
I've never seen it.
I've never seen a 435, so I can't say much.
Just that little push. And of course, coming off of a little mini break to talk to us, it is a little difficult to get right back in the groove.
Yeah, exactly. As bad as that mistake is, at least it's not on a strike or a double, right?
Yeah, he doesn't lose double with that shot. He only loses the 5 pins.
Something to settle him in a little bit.
Yeah.
And only going up against a spare too, right? So it's still within 30. You always want to be within 30, right? 445, is still there, but if you can be 29 or less, you always have a chance going home.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
Definitely want to be inside that 15 multiple. Oh, Luke, I got to wear a name with my shirt this week. I wore it in the league a couple times. I think I shot 1030 with it the 1 week.
Great ball, Timmy.
Yeah. That looks much more like the finish to the last game.
Yep, exactly. Well, both boys should be settled in now. Should be a barn burn.
Yeah. They definitely didn't take the pages out of our books, and one of us has a good game in one game. Flip-flop from last week.
I'm going to blame it on
That
the
was a
quick
good rollout.
turnaround. I only had a week against you. I had 4 months to get ready for decks.
Well, that mental preparation, all gone in a week.
Turning 40 sucks. Brain goes first.
I thought that was the hairline.
No. Tim's not 40 yet.
Oh, split.
Well thrown, just probably in a bad spot. I think it didn't see anything, at least from the view I've got.
Yeah.
It didn't look like it had a whole lot of finish to it.
No.
No, but
I
sometimes
think
it's hard to see with
a,
him.
yeah, it was a good location. Like I said, I don't think Tyler had quite the finish on it.
Definitely looks to be fighting it a bit.
It's
He'll get it
definitely
back.
not as fluid. Oh yeah, he's done it enough times. I've bore witness to it at my own demise once or twice.
We all have.
This is fair.
So we got a question from Jim Head. What do you think is the mental difference between playing with the lead and coming from behind?
I think if you think of...
Sorry,
go ahead,
Brett. Go ahead.
I was just going to... Okay, I'll go. No. For me, if I'm thinking about it the smart way, I don't think of it as any difference. But when I get caught up in the moment, I definitely get more... I try and play the game more finessey than I normally would, because I think I have to roll out every shot. Whereas if I'm more in the moment of the ball I'm throwing, it's definitely just that pure aggression that I typically play with. So I don't... In my mind, if I'm playing well, I shouldn't change, but it does, and I have to counter it if that answers it.
What do you just think, Kerry?
Playing with the lead doesn't happen much with me. So back when I was playing really well, I didn't really think about it. You're just playing to shoot the best score you could. Playing from behind, I think you have a little bit more of an edge. You can stay more aggressive, and keeps you focused a little bit more for myself.
Textbook answer is there shouldn't be one.
No,
but there always is. I think if you're playing with the lead and freewheeling, I think you can just kind of cruise. If you're playing with the lead and you're scoreboard watching and you're really focused on that lead, I think you kind of lose track of the end game. I think if you're playing from behind, your focus is much more aggressive in nature and consistently aggressive. Obviously, I think you always want to be playing with the lead, but there's some guys, man, you don't want to give them any chance.
totally agree there. So Tyler's got a little bit of an edge here early, possibly up the 47 sticks if they all bang out all the way. Scratch that.
Good cover, at least. Keeps building the lead, nothing else.
Yep.
It just helps having the lead when you're just trying to find it. Just kind of gives you that extra ball or two to find the game.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't want to wait any longer, though.
Yeah, at some point, at this level, everybody's going to find it at some point, and that one was no doubt out of the hand.
What a great ball. Just a totally different finish of his approach there. Stayed down the whole way. You definitely tell it's further out.
Mm-hmm.
Really
the only way,
good.
watching Ty again, like I have, for him, it looks like if he's falling into his third step, it never hits the same as if he's actually pushing and sliding into it. But that's watching him bowl for pretty much his entire life.
Mm-hmm.
Seems getting a little pushy there.
This kind of plays into what Jim's thinking, right? But the difference with playing from behind is Timmy pushing a little bit harder now? Is he guiding the ball rather than just freewheeling the ball?
think Tim thinks of himself as more of a grinder too, right? So playing with the lead is probably a little bit tougher for him than if he was playing from behind, even though we know he can throw massive scores in 8-game blocks in match play. I think he'd rather be the guy chasing than the guy trying to run away with it.
I would agree with that 100%.
Just his mentality. So now you're going to see Timmy dig a little bit deep here. Probably going to take a little bit more time, make sure he's rolling the ball.
I just don't want to see him too aggressive to the line.
There
It's a
you
good
go.
ball.
Lots
Yeah.
of roll. I think you survived this one, Brett. Dexter had to step out for a minute, so he's not even here. So I don't believe he wanted to bet on this match, but maybe next match.
I think he's going to cash your e-transfer, Brett.
Push.
Oh, there you go.
Ooh-wee.
Got the slider.
Them power bowlers.
Very true statement, Jim. Always have to play to win.
Definitely.
Yeah, another good shot.
Oh, very nice. Well, obviously a pivotal point of the of this particular game. Timmy almost in a must-strike scenario already.
Yeah, he's definitely behind the 8 ball right now.
I think Timmy might be thinking about that 1-ball roll-off at this point in time.
Yeah, he was definitely, I think, counting frames and numbers in his head going into that ball, and it just got a little bit away from him there.
All right. Well, with this, very likely tiebreaker of single ball that we just don't play, how do you think Tim finishes off the rest of this game? What do you think his mentality? What do you think his shots will be?
I think just trying to maintain, keep rolling the ball, trying to find something that he can get the ball to roll out a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah. Definitely would be using it to try and find something that feels comfortable and repeatable. Whether it's a little bit of move or even a change in the mindset or where his eyes are at would definitely be what I would be looking to do in his situation.
So with that being said about Tim, what do you think Tyler's going to be doing?
Well, I mean, based off these last 4 shots, I'd just tell him to keep doing whatever it is that he's doing.
Yeah. Not focus too much on a certain shot.
Just to simply not change what his thought process is going up.
Practice mode.
Yeah.
Keep filled.
Keep loose and just not overcomplicate anything.
Yeah.
And don't look too much at a shot like that. You've thrown the ball well for the last however, so the difference between a power chop and a strike is almost unidentifiable in some shots.
Brett Henriksen's asking if he's using a 3-pound 6-ounce bowling ball. I'm not too sure. Do you happen to know, Bradley?
His hard rolls are 3/8, but he's got that dead end over end shot, and that a little bit of a lower ball speed because of the hardness of it. It should deflect a little bit more than you would see in a typical bowling ball, I think.
Right. I think Timmy's just trying to end this match, and
yeah, he wants to get this over and done quick with.
Yeah.
And he better change his mindset, though. Just try to stay positive this last frame. Throw 3 good shots. I don't care where it is, on the approach or on the lane. Just 3 good shots.
Oh,
Brett meant Tim. I do believe they are pretty close to 3.6. I do believe they're around 3.7. He's had them forever.
Better than I am, so it's believable.
That's a good shot.
Yeah.
Good roll on it.
Are they doing one ball or one frame? Like
It
10th
is
frame?
one ball.
Okay.
That'll be unique. I've never done anything like that in a competitive environment in this game. I don't know if you guys have, but
Just in like small, like back in the YBC days, there was small tournaments where you'd have one ball roll-offs, or to try and qualify for the Heritage Traditional, they used to have one ball roll-offs for that.
oh yeah.
It's pretty good. 10 guys, $20 each, single ball.
Yeah, low score gets knocked out, and you keep playing till there's a winner.
It's not a bad little idea.
Yeah, it goes quick. It makes it fun. Sometimes you rip a side and you think you're out, and then somebody chairs a 3-pin. Nothing funnier.
Great shot.
Oh,
Is that a 12?
no, I think that
No?
was corner. Looked like the 3-pin slid over, but I think it's just the way it slid out on him. I think the way Tyler's throwing, it looks like he's in mid-season form.
Yeah. 3 good shots from Tim there in 10 as well. So this really could go either way. I don't think that'll matter to his mind.
Does not
Yeah, that was
matter.
just a walk up and throw the ball.
Yeah.
All right, so we'll see if they'll jump in with us. Yeah, just quick. So they're going to jump in here. We're going to discuss their mindsets, and then we'll have the one ball roll off.
Higher 5-pin universe seed choose?
Yeah, I
Coin,
think so.
coin flip? Or
I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what they decide.
I'm interested to see who wants to throw first or second.
Yeah, exactly. Well, Tyler, that was a way better second game. Well, not way better, but well played.
It's higher score.
Yeah, exactly.
We'll call it that.
Better than Tim's score. We'll go with that.
Oh, way better. Way better.
So, what was your mindset the last 3 or 4 frames there, Timmy? Were you just trying to find a roll, or what were
I
you
had
doing?
to. I mean, I was throwing I felt it wasn't that bad, but obviously they're bricks. There's nothing to it. So I was like, Tyler's making nothing but runs. I got to find something that's going to hit the side of the middle, because I'm going to obviously lose this one. If we have a one ball match, I got to find something that hits the side. The 3-pin was just a fucking nightmare, but but other than that, I was like, I got to hit the side. So then I found something, obviously an 8 and or 9, whatever it was. Right, I banged out 10. I got everything. At least I got some fingers on it and hit the side, and it went smooth on it. So
Yeah,
well,
exactly.
yeah.
Same question to you, Tyler. The last 3 or 4 frames, you kind of had it locked up. What was your mindset going in, knowing that it was going to come down to a one ball thing?
I honestly didn't really notice until 10. I wasn't looking at the score so much that game, so.
Oh,
I don't know,
like
I
you
just
didn't
focused
know,
on-
yeah.
You didn't notice your
Well, I
fist
knew
pumping
Tim was
Tim?
sucking, but I mean, come on.
Oh, he's like, oh, I threw another strike. I'm sorry. I thought that was a corner. Yeah.
You never had to look at the score, Timmy. Don't worry.
So Jim comes up with a good point. So we'll give Tyler the decision, since he had the highest pinfall out of the 2 matches. Tyler, are you going to throw first or last?
I will throw first.
Perfect.
Hey, Jim, I want to point out, did I miss a corner this week?
1 for 1.
1 for 1. I just probably.
$100 for a ball, boys. Good luck.
Well, it's only 50. I guess Tyler's too cheap for that, so it's only 50.
I'm a poor
bucks.
college kid.
Yeah.
Say that for until
I thought our overlord said it was minimum 100.
I gave them the decision. They're fine.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah, I know. Tell me about it. All right.
Oh, good luck,
All right.
guys.
Good luck.
Thanks.
Alrighty. Here we go. One ball that decided all.
What do you think of Ty's decision to go first?
I like it. I think that's Tyler's comfort zone. He likes putting up a score and let the other player try and match him. But I think that gives a little bit of edge to Tim because he likes that coming from behind. Like he likes digging, right? So
Yeah, I agree. Good. And especially how both players came out after the first game, came out really slow. This first ball really is a coin toss, right?
Yeah.
See how smooth the shot is. Great shot.
Great one. So Tim has to throw the strike to keep this match rolling. I get you. That's correct, Kathy. If Tim throws a strike, then they play another 1-ball roll off. There we go.
Very nice.
Alrighty.
2 pure shots out of that.
Yep.
All right. Should they switch?
I would
Timmy
assume
goes
they're-
first?
No.
No,
I
just
think
keep
they
going
should,
in that order?
Yeah, that was the decision made. I think
Okay.
they should flip the lane though, but we'll see what their decision is. Oh, they're gonna play on the same lane. Maybe Tyler had better success on this lane. I wasn't paying attention.
Another bomb.
A couple bombs will do it.
Almost snuck through that corner.
I was surprised when he picked 15 if he thought about it even, because 15 is known to have an offset every once in a while, and if you don't catch it, you can blow through a lot on that right side, on 15, I think, at least.
Yeah. Always an interesting pair.
Yeah, the 2 walls sets in this house are always an adventure. You never know what you're going to get on most of them.
Would definitely prefer 1-2 to 15-16 though.
I'm the other end of the spectrum. I'd rather play 15-16 every day of the week.
Another great
Yeah.
shot.
Keep it rolling, boys.
This might take as long as one of their matches.
Bradley's gonna need a few minutes of warm up.
Yeah, if I'd known it was taking this long, I would have brought running shoes and gone for a jog.
No, you wouldn't have.
People at home might not know that fact. Nobody has to sell my secrets, Weber.
Oh, hey. Timmy needs more than 5. So in this position, do you try and maybe aim for a side to play thin, or do you just try and throw your normal shot?
Got a
Normal
free wheel.
shot.
Yeah.
Have to.
Best way to throw the strike is not change anything.
No, for sure. Worst case scenario, you punch ahead and you keep going, right?
Yeah, true enough. You never know, too. You punch with a little extra
Split
roll, you
or
might get a
something.
kickback. Yep.
Yeah. Oh, Hendrickson. Karma. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, there you
Money.
go.
Yeah, no doubt on that one.
Well, there you go. Tim's your winner of the preliminary match to take on our defending champion, Bradley. Obviously, Bradley will give you a few minutes of warm up, and
Thank you.
Hey, Brad, before you leave, mindset going in.
It was really tight in practice, like the initial practice before we popped onto the live stream. So just making sure I keep shoulders and arms loose, because otherwise it was missing and chopping, and we saw how good I was at shot spares last week. So
Well, you got the one that mattered in game 3.
yeah, so we'll see. The same adventure it always is in this sport with me. Find something, lose it for 5 frames, find it again, give myself a stress ulcer,
Yeah.
maybe come out. But
All right.
I'll go loosen up and see how this goes.
all right, good
Thanks,
luck,
guys.
Bradley. All right, Tyler, tough break, that head pin on that double. That's
It's on brand.
What was your decision to go first? We kind of speculated here in the commentating booth what your decision was, but let us in.
I don't know. I just felt more comfortable throwing the first one. It's been a long time since we've all bowled somewhat competitively, so I wasn't sure how the pressure would go. So I figured I would just throw the first one, get it out of the way, see what happened.
Realistically, what are the chances Tim throws 3 bombs in a row?
Hey, you know what? All I want to do is shut up Hendrickson, okay? So I saw the rip a 3-pin. Hendrickson,
Yeah.
just eat a dick, buddy, okay? That's all I want to do. That's all I wanted to do. That's why I'm on this, to shut up Hendrickson. So, you know what, Tyler? You're a hell of a shooter. When you were picked first, I was like, I'm a goner. I don't know if I can keep matching you, so all the props to you, buddy. Honestly, all the
Thanks.
props to you. Yeah.
Thanks.
Great-
Good luck in
great
your next
playing,
match.
Yeah. Thanks.
Thanks, guys.
Fun match, guys.
Yeah, it was great, buddy.
All right, so we'll give them some warm up. We'll probably take a break here, let you guys listen into their bowling, and then we'll come back in probably about 5 minutes. Sound good, Adam?
Yeah, works for me.
Perfect.
Private chat.
Oh, my bad. Sorry, guys, I was muted. Ouch. This rookie mistake. So we have Bradley versus Tim. Bradley's defending champion. He has chosen 3-game total pinfall. Each game is worth an extra 25 pins. And we have a special guest commentator coming in, Mr. Brett Hendrickson.
It's good to be with you, boys.
Welcome.
Tim's gonna love that you're
Yep.
commentating his match.
Listen, I haven't been told to eat a dick in quite a long time. Usually people are classier than that, but like I was told to consume a satchel of Richards not too long ago, but
Perfect. So have you been tuning in every week, Brett? I know you've been commentating here and there, but not sure if you've been here for the whole time.
yeah, when I've been available, I mean, we got our baseball league going, so if I got umpire or do something else on a Wednesday, then I haven't. But yeah, I've been able to watch most of the matches, or at least I'll catch up on them after. But
Perfect. I know these guys are pretty excited for this one. Tim's pretty pumped that he was able to get through Tyler. I know he was a little worried about that, so he's hoping
I mean,
to take
why
down
wouldn't
the
he
other
be? You know, I mean, hell of a player. Anytime you can come back and execute 3 great shots to move on, it gives you a lot of momentum going to the next match.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I agree. That's where all the confidence should be for Tim right now. You know, getting through that first match, hopefully the nerves ease up a little bit for him and just come out freewheel.
Yeah, you guys were talking about the whole front runner thing and how Tim likes to grind it out and come from behind and win. Man, I find that tough because who wouldn't want to be up by 50 going into a match? You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah. I think it's more into like the frame by frame that he likes to grind. I don't think he typically likes having to come back from a match or say he was down 1-0. He doesn't like being in that position, but he does like the frame by frame grind.
oh, here we go.
Wait a minute, is he wearing shorts?
You can't tell he's riding a chicken right now.
I mean, I don't feel like we've talked enough about the whole thing going on his face. I don't know if the goatee works or what, but I mean, it's a decision. He made it.
He is currently living with it.
Yep.
All right. Well, the defending champion shows why he's defending. He comes out hot, matching Tim. Hopefully keep going. The power chop.
Kind of heard that one clunk down a little bit, eh?
Rhythm looked really good on it. Must just been the release.
So, Tyler, who do you think has the edge in this match?
Yeah, I gotta give it to Tim. Those last few shots looked really good. Brad sat for a while. I know they got a bit of warm up, but Tim threw really, really well there. So we'll see if Brad can come in with the mental tenacity to ignore that and play his own game. So
Well, really good start, and he'll be really happy he spread that first chop off also.
yeah. Cherry 3 is a notorious enemy for him there.
I feel it.
Oh,
A little quick.
So if you guys come out and throw a 5 after a strike, seeing your opponent going strike chop doesn't really change much, right? I mean, a spare is a spare in this kind of situation.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. If take your spare, you're on even marks. No harm, no foul.
yeah,
Toshin got away with it.
I know some people get thrown for a loop. Oh, I missed the middle. You know, but I mean, a guy as good as Tim, that's not going to phase him. He knows he'll be right back on the next shot.
Yeah, I definitely hate missing the middle. So that shot drives me up the wall, that second ball. And quite honestly, I don't spare as many as I should. I don't know why. Something changes and I try to guide it to a pocket or something like that. It's really
I
odd.
agree
in
with
mind.
you. Yeah. There's just a lot. I think there's a lot more risk with that 5 spare. You know, you punch, you miss the second shot because you're overcorrecting, or you even run the 5-8 and you leave the deuce and you're real mad now.
Yeah, and then you're steaming. Know that all too well.
What have you been up to, Brett?
Just been practicing once every couple weeks. Just went through a couple shifts in the Dakota drop-in tournaments. Just trying different lines and stuff. I kind of had a down year last year, so I'm trying to find some stuff to maybe have a good one this year, if there even is a year, really. But yeah, other than that, just playing ball, running the ball league, trying to make sure everybody's being COVID conscious.
Well, safety first.
100%. I mean, if we don't do it, it's our playoffs this weekend. I'm so glad we were able to have a season when it was looking like we might be forced to be in our homes for months and months and months. And luckily we're able to get out and see our friends and hit some bombs and, crush a couple, whatever it is you like to drink. And yeah, it's been good to be out in the ball diamond. All errors aside, it's been a lot of fun chucking and hitting the ball around.
Just a little normalcy in the world.
Yeah, in a world where it's just the big looming shadow of this pandemic just affecting everything.
Mm-hmm.
I'm the first couple weeks of ball, it was really hard to not get emotional when you saw people running, laughing, like just, playing, because we didn't have to change any of the rules, right? Just with everything that the Manitoba Health came down with, we didn't have to change any of the rules of the game. Well, that's a tough hit pin right there.
Yeah, it's a bad spot for it for sure.
Yeah, it was nice to come out and, not have to play a game where you couldn't tag anybody or, you couldn't do this. All we had to do is, use our own balls and separate a little bit when we're on the bench and not use the dugouts and stuff. So it's been really great.
Yeah, Alberta took the kind of the same route as you guys, Brett. It just they didn't change the rules, which thank God, because that could have been rough.
Yeah, having forces at every bag.
Yeah,
it's just stuff like that, man. I couldn't imagine. I said if we have to make big changes in some of the fundamentals of the game, like why are we even playing?
Yeah, exactly. I think a lot of people had the same mentality. They didn't even want to go back if it was going to be that drastically different.
Yeah, people were even complaining about, oh, well, why can't we sit in the dugout? It's like, well, I mean, just bring a lawn chair and stay 6 feet away from people who aren't in your bubble. Like, it's not hard. Just be glad that you're able to come out and play. Don't complain about the little things. And you know what the biggest problem has been? That's a great ball. Right pocket. Beauty.
Good timing.
But the biggest thing has been people eating sunflower seeds.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we don't allow it at our park because the saliva and you're getting on the ground and somebody might sit down there or something. So it's just like no peanuts, sunflower seeds, spitting, chewing tobacco, that kind of stuff. And people are really fighting for their spits. It's as if like slow pitch doesn't happen unless you have like a Pabst Blue Ribbon and a mouthful of spits. Like I don't get it.
It's an addiction,
I guess.
All right, so if Timmy can put a mark here, he's right back in the match.
What a great shot. I'm wondering if that is kind of playing on people's minds, even coming back to league for bowling. I know there's just so much uncertainty and change that's going to end up happening and times and stuff like that. I wonder if people are just going to take the year off and let it play out.
It'll be a big change for sure. Talking to Tim just before we played there, even our changes for Sunday match play, it'll be a strange environment for sure.
Yeah.
So what are you guys doing for that? Multiple shifts? Like your team stays on one lane and another team bowls on another pair?
Yeah,
So
so it sounds like no alternating lanes, which will, I think for me, that'll be the biggest.
So weird.
Yeah.
yeah, because I know the Thursday night league that they're planning on running is 16 teams, but they're going to run it in 2 shifts. So you're going to have an eight team shift and then an 8-team shift following that.
That's what we're doing for the Thursday night league I'm bowling in at Dakota. Team Jeff Bourne plays, team Aaron Alblas or whoever the captains are. Team Bourne will be on 1 and 2, playing Team Alblas on lanes 3 and 4. So you're still you're bowling against them, but just like on 2 different pairs. And then 2 shifts, 6:30 and 8:30.
Yeah. It's
It's
definitely
tough for scheduling, people who... Go ahead, Adam.
No, go ahead, Tyler. You're good.
Oh, I was just going to say, it's tough for scheduling for people who don't, they might be on call or they're doing shift work and then they got to add the shifts of bowling in there. I think that'll be a big hit for some people. If you guys are switching every week, I'm not sure how that'll work. If you've got, you always play the 8:30 or you always play the 6:30, but...
No, there's a schedule.
Mm.
Yeah, I couldn't imagine, shift work or even being a student and having that late draw and not getting home till 1 in the morning. I don't think there's enough caffeine in the world for some mornings, even on a night where you get to bed on time, right? So,
Yeah.
Really good squeeze for Tim there. Kind of got away with it, but really good cover after 2 just bombs from Brad.
Yeah, huge spare there. Keeps a little bit of the momentum going. Hopefully.
I sense this is going to be a really important shot in this match.
Mindset he's got stable.
Yeah.
Yeah, set it up going home.
Great ball.
Other pocket.
That's the thing with Timmy. He doesn't aim for a pocket. He just makes sure he puts good roll on it, and he can spray it everywhere and get that strike almost every time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Dex mentioned it on the weekend where you want it where your B shot still has a good shot at getting a strike. You want to get to that point.
Well, when you got that much rotation on a ball, it's hard to keep the pins down.
Too quick. I think most of the top end players can kind of get away with both pockets. I think everybody's trying to maybe hit a
Opened
pocket
up a little bit on that last step there and just didn't get.
Tyler's lagging out a little bit here.
Yeah.
Falling behind.
No, I
one of those
I
capper
cannot
knee
aim for a pocket. Oh,
So you have one of those copper knee things on, one of those things that saves your knee on its left leg there.
sitting in the party room. There's no Wi-Fi back here.
That's what it is. Yeah, he wears a knee brace. I'm not sure what it is, if it is a Tommy Copper or not.
Right, he wears just a knee stabilizer brace.
Mm.
Quick again.
No, it's not a Tommy Copper.
Snow, seeing how flexible he is in his backswing and his stride through and his slide, it makes me sore just kind of watching him.
Yeah, the less fluent he is, though, when he gets through, he's kind of all over the place his last two frames. Got to get back to just square at the line. Oh, Timmy can take a stranglehold. One good shot here.
Those extra 25 pins are huge, as we seen last week, right?
Always the potential, yes. You just want to keep running out of score.
I mean, when has anybody ever lined up for their first shot and not trying to throw not try to throw a strike,
Yeah.
When you're trying to throw a match and make it look okay.
Yeah.
Seen it. Wasn't very happy watching it.
Ooh. Just tell by the body English he was trying to send that one over.
It can happen. The last time that I was down here in Sherwood Park, I spared an 8-second frame in.
Nice. Well, Steven spared one on the weekend, right, in the Calgary series?
Yeah. Frame 1 or 2 of the third game.
I was really hoping he was going to come back, so I was going to win that bet. But Holdsworth said, "We'll see," and then ended up winning.
Yeah. Holdsworth was pretty clutch in that match. He threw the ball well when he needed to.
I mean, the interviews were the best. You know, Steven would puff up his chest and be like, "Yeah, I'm hoping to, throw a few and come back," and Holdsworth would just giggle and, "We'll see." Comes back after the first game. "Yeah, I know I'm down a few, but hopefully I can give him a run for his money." We'll see.
Whole momentum of that match switched right at the end of that first game.
Yeah.
You cannot give somebody as good as Kevin any type of opening to throw a few strikes and get ahead of you.
No, exactly.
So good cover by Tim there, back on it for 9 and 10 there.
Yeah, there's just some people that you don't want to give them that feeling, that blood in the water kind of thing, where it's like, if I throw one good shot right here, I've got it. You don't want to give. There's some people you do not want to give them that feeling.
It's a bad spot for those. Definitely have to pick his pins and have a big 10.
Yeah. Try and minimize the damage here.
Yep.
Just looks a little out of sorts the last few frames. Just really quick and awkward at the line. More than normal.
So what kind of situation would you guys say you punch and you're like, you know what, I'm all right with that?
Frame 1. That's
one.
the only spot.
Or ball 12.
Yeah.
Even after 11?
Depends
Brett,
on what you have.
I have enough of them. Yeah, I'm okay with it.
Okay. Yeah.
If you need 12 to win and you punch, that's a different story.
Well, yeah, that might suck.
I'm always okay with it if I'm playing well and I know my next shot's still going to be right back to the game plan.
That's
Just
fair,
go out there,
Nice shot.
take your pins, move on.
Yeah.
I think missing the middle pisses me off more than punching a head pin.
If the lane could read lips, why haven't you been throwing that one the entire time, you dummy?
Yeah, that's exactly what that was.
Well, funny thing is, though, he throws up even one more here. He puts pressure on Tim's first shot.
Yep. These are the kind of matches that are more fun, though. Those ones that come down to 10, and you actually got to play those last few shots.
Nice.
Yeah, get flying around, kid. Let's go.
He doesn't know any other way.
I think one of my most vivid memories of Bradley was in Thunder Bay at the singles when he absolutely beat the piss out of Jeff the first game. And then the second game, like every single thing coming out of his hand was a punch. And then just that last game, just going into 9-10. I don't know. I can't remember if he got ripped on a shot. I think he got ripped on a corner or something. That allowed Jeff to strike out.
Exactly what happened.
Yeah, I mean, I was just too excited.
Well,
I might not ask him. I might not ask him about that. It might not be the greatest memory. But I mean, I think that was my first experience hearing Schultz's like "Let's go Alberta" voice. I don't think I'd ever heard it before that day.
Hey, ask him in between games here.
Oh no, Negative. I'm only here to piss off one person.
Please do that. Hey, just be honest.
Yeah.
Nicely done, Timmy.
I'm gonna straight up ask Tim. Hey, so how do you feel luck played into you winning that game?
All right, time to pile on.
Yeah.
How
build
much
up
do you think
the-
those bonus 25 are going to play in here?
I guess it all depends who wins game 2, right? If you win game 2 after you lost game 1, that 25 it means absolutely nothing. But if you lose game 2, that's all of a sudden that's 50 sticks. That hurts. 50 is huge.
Mm-hmm. That's,
Well,
yeah,
if the matches are going to be tight too, right? Like if he's going to be winning 260 to 245, that's going to come in huge.
Yeah. All of a sudden, it turns it into a 42-pin lead instead of 17.
Yeah. Make it a couple frames rather than just like one ball.
I think Brad's actually going to think that he's pretty good there, only down 17 plus the bonus. I think I have a feeling he's going to feel that he kind of got away with it.
Yeah. Alrighty, get these guys in here. We got a little bit of background noise, but so Bradley, how'd that first one go?
Moments where it looks like I've thrown a bowling ball before. Just a little quick in 8 and 9. Paid the price for that one, but definitely could have been a lot worse.
It definitely looked a little pushy right through the middle of that game. A little quick.
Yeah, going through the checklist, especially going into 8, 9, and 10, I was trying to make sure I knew what my body was doing, and I realized in 9 I had no idea where my body was in the second step. So just slowed the entire process down a fraction, and it seemed to work. So see if that carries through.
Even with the bonus 25, you're only down 42. How do you feel about that number?
Hey,
I'll
Hando.
take that. Could have been a lot worse. I thought the number was going to be a lot bigger.
Yeah, I agree.
Well, Tim.
Do you know what? It just seems like that baby from The Simpsons with the one eyebrow. Like that's Hendo right now. That's how I feel.
You know what? I was not coming on here to rag you. No. I was going to make like a, hey, Bradley, you're a real swashbuckler. Like, look at you with that goatee. But no. Now I'm just going to talk about you the entire time.
hey, we're making good TV here, buddy. We're making good TV.
I guess so.
Is that what you call
Camera lens broke.
Well, I don't know. We're popular, I guess, for now.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on the match so far, Tim?
You know what? Honestly, it was we played all right. Nothing spectacular. Bradley just punched a little bit. I don't know. In 9, I thought or 8, when Bradley punched in 8, I think it was, and I said, I had a chance on a double, and I just overthrew it. I was like, I don't know why. I just in my head, I said, if you get this one, you're going to be up a lot on Brad, and I just lack of balls. I just overthrew it, and I just chucked it out there. So. Rookie mistake. Yeah, rookie mistake. So
well, you're up 42 even after all that.
Yeah, I don't know. Don't ask me how. So yeah.
Any changes to the next game, or just kind of can get flowing?
Well, you know me. I don't make many changes, so it's bar's closed, so that's not going to help me. So I guess we got what we got. So we're going to go from there. We're going on. Yeah.
Hey, Bradley, I got money riding on you, man. Let's go.
I got all my shit
out there. Quit dropping the ball. Drop the strikes, man.
Shit bricks are out of the ass, so we're good now.
Hey, I got to ask Brad, shorts today.
Yeah.
Took my advice.
Chicken legs, eh?
Yeah, oh, yeah.
I almost had to wear sunglasses. They're so bright.
It's
Oh,
too
man.
hot. Last week it was tolerable temperature. This week I'm standing and dying, sweating. It's not good.
I think all we're saying is just give those things some sun, man.
Yeah.
I mean, look at my
There's a
face.
reason
I'm
I
outside
live in
every
the
day. I'm red
basement.
as hell.
All right. Well, good luck on this next match, guys.
Okay. See you in a
Good
bit.
luck, Bradley.
See ya. Goodbye. Thanks.
But guys,
Good luck, Bradley. Love it.
All right.
So, what do we expect out of this game?
I think high scores. I think both guys know that the bad shots they threw, they clunked it down or they're out of rhythm. I think they're going to really roll the ball nice this game. I wouldn't be surprised if it was 600 between the two of them.
I think that's fair.
Yeah, I really think they can do it.
Yeah, I don't think it was them hitting, like missing their spots or whatever. I think it was just fundamentals, slide, roll, that kind of stuff. And I think if they really focus in, they're going to be able to execute the next 15 to 20 shots or however many they're going to need, right? So I think we're going under 20 shots each here. Yeah, especially if he gets away with one of those.
Yep.
Yeah, Bradley. Atta boy.
Tim won't watch this later, don't worry.
Yeah.
But I'm sure Cindy will tell him everything.
Yeah. Yeah, my two biggest fans.
Keyboard warrior got on camera.
Oh man, when you and Tim were going after it, when you guys were going after it in the chat, that was awesome. Oh, and he gets away with that one. Put it down. Yeah.
I think you're right in this match, though, Brad. I definitely think they're both just going to kind of freewheel. It's kind of that game 2. Everybody's had that first game. It's out of the way. Don't really have to worry about the end game of game 3. I just think they freewheel this one as well.
Well, because nobody's really pressing, though, right? Like, Bradley's okay with how it went down. Tim's not thinking he's too far ahead that he doesn't need to work. So they're both still kind of in the same mindset. Yeah, I think these guys are going to be chucking nice this game.
Yeah, they're all settled in. They know exactly what they need to do.
Puts that one down. Oh, doesn't get away with it though.
Well, with that extra little bit of oil out there, it just doesn't grab as hard when you're off balance. 2 weeks ago, that still crushes and goes through.
Nice pick.
Oh, he hasn't missed a corner yet, Jim.
Did he say "suck it, Jim" to the camera? I think he said. I think if you can read lips, I think that's
Yeah.
that's what he said. Yeah, I mean, I hate to go T. I love the bowler though. Let's need a good shot here.
Oh, he's a hell of a shooter. Oh boy!
Oh, the old three.
Speaking of threes,
Keeps his head down, gets the spare, doesn't lose anything, right? Just his, ripping a 3-pin. You don't want to be doing that in a big match, but get the spare and I'm done.
Little bit of pride on the live stream.
Yeah.
just don't go through.
Yeah. Tried to guide that one a little bit. Wanted to make sure he wasn't going to miss, but.
So have you guys been watching any of the stuff that VHS Bowling's been putting on YouTube? Some of those videos that this mystery person has put up on YouTube?
Yeah.
You have another account?
No, listen, I don't have access to those tapes. I don't have a VCR. I didn't even start bowling competitively until 2010. Way after that, those shows were done. But I mean, there's some freaking good matches on there.
Yeah, I'm not sure who's doing that, but it's pretty cool that they're changing that to digital format and sharing it with everybody. I think it's pretty cool.
I mean, I'd never seen Brenda Walters bowl before. I had no
Right.
idea that she threw bocce. I was just like, huh. And then she was just like a machine.
Absolute machine.
Every corner, picked everything on the middle every time. Like, and then, I mean, I've seen Scott Barber bowl before, but, you know, he's running out a little side finger point every time he threw a couple good shots, getting it going.
I just love seeing some of the old footage. Right, I think it was about 3, 4, 5 years ago. If I remember correctly, Sean Smith put out a big video that got a lot of shares and a lot of likes in the bowling community. And it was about 4 or 5 months ago. I started seeing Sean Wells put us a bunch of the old matches, more Newfoundland players than anything out there. But man, some of these old players were absolutely phenomenal, and unfortunately, they don't kind of get their due in the current game. So it's nice to see some of those old school players, even like the Scotty Barbers and, you know, Lonnie Akers with the frosted tips and, you know, all that good stuff. I'm sure Len probably had hair back then too.
Well, there's a YouTube, there's a match that Len's on. I think at one point he went 3-hole, like right in the middle of the match on that one. But
Snyder's favorite.
Yeah. Schneider shares that memory every year. Tough one for Timmy there. Was putting a few black marks together, picking up his sticks, but
well, you can see the progression. All 5, 4 of them. 3. Well, I guess he skipped the 2 pins one, but
yeah. We got a question here in the chat from Charles Hahn. He's like, "What is your advice for bowlers out there that are averaging 225 to 235? What do they need to focus on to break that 250?"
Me first, Carrie, you?
Sure, have at her.
Well, I questions kind of come up a few times, even on the podcast as well. And the one big thing that seems to kind of be reiterated is you got to play, right? And unfortunately, in today's pandemic world, it's tough to play quality events that you're playing against better players. Typically, if you're playing against better players, you're a little bit more focused. You're picking your extra spare game, which is that 15 to 20 pins that he's referring to here. But playing at a higher level will always elevate your game, hopefully to that higher level.
Yeah, I seen a pretty cool slogan here not too long ago. You practice till you don't miss, and then when you're really good, you never miss. Shoot, I'll have to check. I'll have to look that up. It's really good. But I like you agreed, Adam. Keep practicing. You're really good players very rarely miss. Like we've seen Bradley miss here this game, but maybe once out of every 20 frames you'll see a miss. I think that's the main difference. Your 225 player probably misses 3 or 4, maybe 2, 3 times a game. So I think that's the main difference.
Yeah, good point, Kerry.
I mean, when was the last time you guys averaged 225?
Bantam?
Junior, yeah.
I was a 185 bowler coming out of YBC, and then I averaged 200 to 210 when I first started bowling in a scratch league. And then I got sick and tired of Robert telling me how much better he was at bowling than I was. So I completely changed the way I threw the ball and started practicing just hitting what I was aiming for more often than I missed. And the best thing that you said was bowl the competitive tournaments, just play. Because the more that you can put pressure on yourself, like the more often you're going to come out shining like a diamond after, or at least see how it's done. Just pick up stuff that the guys who throw 250, 260 do, and try to add those elements that you know that you can physically do into your game. Like, I mean, I'm not going all the way out to the left side and throwing the ball 60 clicks like Carey, but maybe I can take some of the stuff he does when his approach up or how he approaches the game mentally. I can take that and add it in. You know,
Right.
you just watch guys that are better and just say, you know what, I could add that to my game. Try it out in practice, and then start executing. And eventually, you're going to find your own style, which is kind of a mishmash of all the people you've watched.
Yeah, I think the biggest change in my game came when I started doing pre-shot routine. Right, you do the same thing every time, and it just creates less chances of variables up to the point of release. Right. I think that that was mostly the big changes for me. I found that quote. So the quote is, an amateur practices until he can do a thing right. A professional does it until he can't do it wrong.
Hmm.
And I totally agree with that. Practice makes perfect. You keep practicing till you don't make those mistakes, right? If you're continuing to make those mistakes, you're not practicing enough.
Well, and I think one thing that's been kind of missing over the last, call it 15, maybe even 20 years, is, so maybe, no, probably closer to about 15 years, all of a sudden, all of the TSNs, CBCs, all that stuff kind of went to the wayside, and we didn't have them on internet or anything at that point. So a lot of the, call it the older players, probably 35 plus, they at least had the opportunity to watch some of those players on TV and really be able to kind of study their game. And I think that's what we're at least getting back to now with, the WCBT and the Tour Championships, and, even little events like this. Players can, number one, they can go back and watch their own matches and kind of see a little bit of that style, but they can go watch some of the better players that are out there and just try to pick up, maybe one or two things, right? That's how golfers, even amateur golfers, they see, some of the pros do one little thing and then they try it a few times, and all of a sudden they shave a shot or two off, right? It's we're finally getting back to having some content for not only the old guys but some of the younger players to be able to watch again.
Yeah, exactly. So this game is really tight. It's four pin difference here.
Started picking it up again.
That was smooth as hell.
Ball.
Oh yeah,
great ball.
When the only thing you can hear is "come on, come on," shot, right?
Yeah.
Well, realistically, Tim's only had one bad shot, but he really blew that fourth frame open, and kind of gave Brad a little bit of little mental momentum.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Realizing that he's still in the game, it's not that far away. Just put a couple good shots together, and all of a sudden you're ahead in the game.
I like that point that Eric made about talking to your local quote-unquote pros and just picking their brain about stuff that, and especially if you've bowled in the same league or if they've seen you bowl. I mean, some guys are so focused that they don't watch other people, but some of the more social guys, they've seen you throw, especially if you've been around and bowling in those tournaments. Sometimes they'll have a tip or two for you if you maybe buy him a beer,
Yeah, no, I totally agree, Brett. Tim one is a little quick on that one.
Yeah,
he did not get that ball out in front of him.
Scared of two pins up there.
Yeah.
That's
his real first blemish on a sparable.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's funny, kind of go along with what Eric's saying there as well. Is there seems to be a perception that the so-called amateur type players that are out there can't have a conversation with some of the pros, and like there's nothing that most pros out there want to do other than talk bowling, right? So they might not be the most outgoing people. They might not come up to you to start a conversation, but they're always approachable, right? And it might not be the right timing all the time to have that talk, but it's definitely worth making that first effort and talking to some of these guys.
Yeah, nope, totally agree. A lot of those top players can be introverts, right? So if you don't approach them, they're not approaching you. So feel free to ask questions and go up to them, and if they don't want to talk about it, they'll let you know.
I wouldn't do it in a big match.
That's the best time to do it. Get in their skin.
Yeah, what are you thinking about right now? I know you got to go 30-30 to finish here, but yes,
Oh, big shot.
punch the wall.
So are these guys going for $50, or are they jumping up to 100?
No, this is the 100.
$100. Okay.
Yep. We had Tyler, unfortunately, is a university student, so not a lot of cash flow, but he was willing to put up the money when he could. So
You know who would definitely put up the money? The
He's-
messenger,
he-
the courier, Evan Lecoussier. Let's go.
he's playing next week, Brett. You got your wish.
Good. I can only campaign so much before
Do you
it's
already,
against
do
the
you
wall.
already know who's playing, Kerry?
Evan's playing in the preliminary,
Against?
but we are going to put it to a vote for who he's against.
Okay.
So we'll put that out later this week and let the audience decide.
Who was fourth in that poll?
I was.
Do you have any interest in playing?
Of course I do.
All right.
But there's
Who
a
else-
lot
who else
of
can you
players
throw?
out there. What was that? Sorry, Brett?
Who else has interest in playing? Has anybody else expressed?
Eric Chose has. Gary Goulash, I do believe, wants to throw his name in the hat. But Eric is the number 6 ranked person. I'm number 7. Hopefully they get a little of that. I'm not too sure.
I mean, I would love a fist pumping, yelling match between Jose and Bradley Tytgat.
Mhm.
That would be great.
Yeah, Cindy sure campaigned for Timmy, and it was worth it.
Well, we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. He's up 50 bones right at the moment.
Good
Nice.
shot. Really important shot right there.
Yeah, that was huge. All right, finish this match strong. That 25 pins might be erased, but keep it close here.
I guess that would make it pretty much even. They both get the 25 points, so it's just basically been a scratch match.
Yeah, Brad's first ball is going to be the big kicker here. No matter what Timmy does.
Yeah. Well, Timmy can get the 284.
Oh,
Ooh-wee.
gets the Sherwood bounce.
Eric throwing out the challenges.
Let's go.
We'll put it in a poll and we'll let the audience decide. I think it'd be great to see our top players playing for a little bit of cash on the side and keep everybody entertained.
So, Kerry, have you ever played against Evan in slow pitch?
In
You guys
slow pitch against each other, probably a few years ago. Unfortunately, our age gap is a little too high. I'm on the backside of my slow pitch career, so I don't play in the big leagues like him anymore.
No?
No.
Big shot for Timmy here. Pushed it, almost got away with it. Hey, huge count though.
Yep. We play in the same tournaments, Brett. He's just a couple divisions up from me now.
I feel you on that one. Yeah,
I play with the old guys.
Yeah, I used to play competitive, but the team I'm on now, we finished 63 out of 64 teams in our league.
Wow.
We got 3 W's out of 20 games. Those
How
are big
bad?
weeks, though.
How bad was 64th?
Worse than us. I mean, yeah, the wings tasted better. Drinks went down a little bit better after those wins. Nice smooth shot, bury it right pocket.
Oh,
Or clunk it left pocket.
Wow.
Cool, man. I'm good with that too. See, if he was wearing pants, now he put his gross, sweaty right knee on the lane.
I have to sanitize that.
Yeah.
Hey, Chose, that's how people end up crashing and burning the next shot.
That's the Regina reference.
Isn't it in curling if somebody stays down a little bit too long, they get whacked with the broom on the way by
Yeah,
when they're sullying the approach?
creating a dead spot on the ice. Ooh, over.
I love his reaction. Significantly better ball than the last.
Yeah, the one I wanted. And of course, it gets ripped on the right corner.
293.
So that gives him what
Down
what
10 or
was it 17?
So 563 to 554. It looks like.
All right, 9 pins. 9 pins. Brad's up.
Wow.
Although Tim can also stay within those 9 pins with a win.
Please,
no,
if
how'd that work?
correct me if I'm wrong on the addition there. Anybody in the chat, but I'm pretty sure that's accurate.
Yeah, that's good.
All right. So 9 pins, the difference now, guys.
That's a little different than last week.
What are you saying?
We almost got you guys in triples.
I can say whatever you want me to say, Weber. We all know the tires need a pumping after last week.
No. Tell me you're going to beat Tim. That's all I need to hear.
Wait, why are you hitting on Tim so much, Adam? Jeez.
Well, at least I'll do it in front of him, Brett. Another good match, boys.
Yeah, it was all right. Yeah.
Yeah, found
Brad-
it
Brad had
after
a
I
chance to go real
decided to
huge
be a
against me,
doorknob on 15 for 2 frames in a row.
Sorry, Timmy. What?
Brad had a chance to go real huge against me, and then he power chopped there, I think, right? So kind of cut his run there for a little bit, but okay. Brad left, but
You
doesn't want to talk to
had
you
a
anymore.
massive 10 though. Actually 9 and 10, right?
well, the chop, I just honestly second step, I just lack of playing. I just walked right out of it, right? And it was a terrible spare. But then I said, I looked up and it was like if I throw the double in 10, I'm going to put a little bit more pressure on Brad, right? And it was a really thin shot in 11, right? But Brad shot the shot he needed in 10, right? So
Same roast in 11.
yeah, well, no, his ball was a lot better than mine in 11.
Oh, I agree.
Yeah.
It even had the B money. There was no way that shouldn't have been a strike.
Well, it makes up for the garbage in 10. So I mean,
you forgot the finger point to go with it.
Yeah.
Any changes last match? Both feeling
No,
okay?
I think I've got the right process right now, so should be good.
Yeah, we'll be okay. Just bars closed. We're gonna be okay.
I'm sure you got a few extras in that back room.
Yeah, just hiding in the bag here. Yeah.
All right,
All right,
well,
guys.
Good luck, guys.
Good luck, guys.
Thank you.
Okay. Thanks.
Thanks.
Can't only be one keyboard cowboy around here, you know what I mean?
So what do you think's coming up this third match?
I don't think it's going to be a blowout. I think it's going to be frame for frame. I think it's going to come down to the 10th frame again.
9,
Yeah.
10, something like that.
Yeah.
Winner wins, right? Like,
Yeah, that 25 pins now is kind of moot, right?
Well, it's totally irrelevant.
You just have to win.
Win's a win.
yep.
Timmy just got to find 9 pins on him somehow.
Well, if he beats him by 1, he beats him by 26, right?
26.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, sure enough, it's within the goal.
Whoever wins, wins.
It should be a fun one. great first ball.
I always love it. I always love in 5-pin just the contrast between styles and angles and all that. You got guys going right up the gut, and you got a guy like Tim coming way out from the right side, and watching Kevin Clark on those VHS bowling videos coming way in from the left side. It's this is the diversity in the releases and deliveries. Like
Yeah, exactly.
Well, there's not one perfect shot like there typically is, or a perfect pocket in like 10-pin, right? Where you got to come in from that similar angle every single time. You can get away with so much in 5-pin.
And yet you can get absolutely ruined on the same shot too, right?
Yeah. Great answer by Brad.
Yeah, I just wanted to go mark for mark here, right down to the last ball. Who's throwing last here?
Timmy will.
Yep.
Bradley's going to set the table and see if old Tim can do it, eh? Oh, that was smooth.
Yeah,
that was nice.
Really good ball.
One more fifth up. Just two? Yeah. Come on.
That may be something that Timmy has a little edge coming out of the preliminary match, right? He had to throw the triple to close out Tyler, so he's got that finish already in his repertoire today. So it may come down to it where he has to come through it twice.
Yeah, and he knows the feeling. He had to dig deep to get it once. So what's stopping him from doing it again, right?
Mike's asking what's the website for the VHS video. It's just on YouTube, I do believe, Mike.
Yeah, it's just a channel. The channel's called VHS Video, and it's 5-pin and 10-pin, but it's stuff from like the mid 2000s, like 03 to 06 about.
Okay, so Timmy, that's not a good spot for that, but pick up your sticks and throw the next one and put a little more pressure on Bradley. Hopefully he gives you an opportunity to match back up.
See if we can just get that nice rhythm back.
So do you guys take a little bit more time on this one? Do you guys take a step back and be like, all right, let's get back to what we did in the first frame, or you just go again knowing that it was just like a minuscule thing that got you to plow there?
Well, I never take too much time when I'm up on the approach, so I wouldn't really know. But no, nothing changes. You just want to throw one good shot. It doesn't even have to be a strike here. You just want to get that rhythm back. Just throw a good ball, even if it's a corner. Go pick a corner and just start rolling again. Yeah, so he's really forcing it to that line. I don't know if he's a little bit heavy to line. That's a good finish at least.
Yeah, you just see it. He dips down to the right a little bit, just a little bit off balance, and
yeah. Well, the approaches here have definitely gotten heavier than they were this time about a year ago. I don't know exactly why. They went through about 2 years of extremely quick approaches, so they seem to be normalizing a little bit.
Yeah, I agree with that. Power chop.
It's really odd-looking shot, so it's probably an okay result.
Yeah, it looked like the angle was a little bit different there, too. It looked like it was kind of cutting from the head pin to the right a little bit, too, rather than like that straight arrow right at the right pocket.
Yeah, I think he might have finished left of his normal spot. Started having to kind of push it to the right.
Chop spares make champs. Oh, there you go. Spares win championships, AMD.
Pinners all day. All day.
Well, how'd you start your game? Strike, chop, spare, strike. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
I don't think anybody will not take that.
Yeah, real solid. Much smoother.
Yeah, and the angle too, right? Like it wasn't cutting to the right. It wasn't coming from the head pin to the right pocket. It was pretty much dead straight right to the right pocket. It's crazy how that little bit of angle just takes everything out.
Now, I'm sure Timmy was watching that shot and him get away with that with a lead. How do you think his mindset changes going up into this shot? Do you think he really tries to force a strike out of this shot or just natural?
Yeah, I think he takes a little bit of a grind mentality and
Good ball.
Oh, that'll
Yeah,
take the wind
really
right
good.
out of you.
Those are the tough ones when you're down and you feel like you shot a really good ball. And it's like you said, it takes all the wind out of your sails.
Well, you're telling yourself, yeah, one time, right? And off the fingers and like smooth on the lane and you're balanced at your finish and you get a corner like that. It's a goddamn travesty.
It's a big spare here.
I would definitely talk to the proprietors about that one.
Well, and it's really tough, throwing that type of a shot after somebody, your opponent gets pretty fortunate with their off shot to get a strike with it too.
You guys ever look around during a qualifying shift and be like, man, I can't believe that ball's just knocking everything down. Like you're watching somebody shoot and then just everything's just blasting 5 pins to the back. And you have no idea. You're trying to do the Rain Man numbers thing in your head, like how the physics are working behind that shot. Can't quite figure it out, but for some reason it's just working.
Every single time I watch Tim qualify for Masters.
Yeah.
No, the guy's got so much game. If he ever actually started believing in himself, it could really go a long ways for his mentality, his game.
Well, you don't see a ton of top guys come from an angle like him and his bro, right? And I think
His first corner miss.
4 for 5. Like you don't see a ton of guys coming from that angle from one of the gutters, and I don't know. Do you think that maybe bodes well when you go to different houses? Like if you're playing a place that's really dry or really wet, and just having that extra angle helps.
I think if you know how to utilize or change that angle to the conditions, like I don't think that he changes a whole lot when he's out there with his mentality. You have a guy like Tyler who has that straight end over end shot where basically that's the shot that works at almost every house, right?
Yeah, he's releasing right at the head pin, and it's
Yeah.
picking a side as it rolls down the lane, right?
Whereas you're going to have somebody like Kerry who likes to play a lot of different angle. Might have some significant issues some places, but he has no problem being able to change and play around with it. It's I think angle is very, very difficult in the sport of 5-pin.
Yeah, changing angles is fine as long as you know how to adapt by playing that angle. I think is the main goal. Let's face it, everybody has a shot that they're super comfortable with, and it's just that adapting to the lane condition. I don't think any shot is worse at any different house. It's just how you adapt to it.
Like Adam, like how far out can you go and still be consistent hitting the middle?
I've got a huge range to be honest. The thing that I usually have issues with is ball speed. If I've got to kind of rein it back a little bit for certain houses just to kind of hold a pocket, that's where I have a little bit more difficulty, especially if I am rolling quite well. The adrenaline starts pumping, and it's usually gets a little bit harder. So I actually ended up changing my angle pretty significantly about 3-4 years ago with the help of Michael Cousquier, and I'm playing probably 6-7 boards right now, whereas before I was playing maybe 2.
Oh no, that's a big open there.
Well, he keeps him in it, eh?
Yeah.
Oh, huge 2 openings, really.
Yeah. That one. If he covers it though, Tim has to work real
Correct.
hard. Now
Yep.
Tim just needs a double, and he's right back in it.
Now all of a sudden the momentum shift in Tim's mind. Hey, all of a sudden he goes from probably thinking he's dead in the water to now he's got a real legitimate shot just to be right in the match.
Yeah.
See if he can take advantage.
So, Carrie, when you were coming up in bowling YBC and stuff, were you a baseball or like an athlete before a bowler, or were you a bowler that kind of played other sports?
No. I grew up playing baseball. I actually joined bowling in my early teens, kind of when I was at the peak of my baseball kind of career, I guess you could call it, playing a lot of Western Canadians and stuff like that with AAA teams. So bowling was just a winter sport because my family didn't have a lot of money and we spent a lot of time traveling during the summer. So we chose bowling as a winter sport. So
Look like you really forced that shot there.
Yep. Well, after missing right the first shot, you really have to force it to get back to the middle. Kind of goes back to what we were talking about with Ty there. That second shot after missing the middle, I don't know why it should be so much more difficult in our minds than it really is, just rather than just go up and throw your strike shot again.
Yeah, it'd be nice to take the human element out of your game and not want so badly to hit what you just missed, but it seems if we're going to hit it, we're going to really hit it.
Yeah.
hey,
So how much of being an athlete did you bring into bowling when you started getting competitive and started bowling good and winning tournaments and stuff? Like, how much of being a top level ball player did you bring into bowling?
I think just the mentality. Oh, Timmy. Just staying focused when it came time to be clutch. In baseball, you always want the ball hit to you because you want to be the guy that makes the play and stuff like that. If you're scared to get the ball hit to you, you're not ready to be at your best. And I think that was the same thing with bowling. I wanted to be the person to throw the shot, and I think that was the mental side I brought to it. It also helped that in baseball I was all out. I threw everything at 100%, and then I brought that to bowling too. I made sure I threw the ball as almost literally as hard as I could because that was the way I played everything. So
you're just gonna give her, yeah. I find that a lot of the guys that I know that played high level sports other than bowling that are competitive bowlers, they usually have a really strong mental game because, as serious as we take the game, just considering all the elements that go into throwing a 5-pin bowling ball down a lane to knock down pins, considering, wow,
that's big.
Clutch ball.
Throwing a good shot to throw a strike, or bases juiced, 60 people watching, your parents' hopes and dreams riding on that bat of yours. Some people might say that the pressure moments in bowling are lesser than those in other sports, which is completely false.
Yeah.
But if you've had, though, I just find those moments come up more frequently when you're playing, because I could be in my beer league game on a Tuesday night and we're down 2 and I got 2 on, and it's like, oh, big moment, let's go, let's hit that 3-run dinger, right?
Yeah.
And when you're in league play on a Wednesday or a Thursday, unless you're going for that 450, is there really any big pressure shots during a league game? Like if you're just bowling versus handicap?
Yeah, I think there's
money.
Wow, so good. There's a total mental side to it. It's how much you want to invest in your league play, right? If you're really invested into it, you're gonna make those that situation come to fruition, whatever it is. If it is you need a strike to make your average, or you need a strike to win the game for the team, it's your mental outlook on it. It's not so much the position of the game. That I think it's the way you look at it.
Do or die. Great shot, Tim.
Not done yet.
I think that was one of the biggest problems I had for quite a few years there playing league is I couldn't take, I couldn't take a game off. I was on all the time, and I had to be on all the time. There was no fun to it, and because I was always invested, so you never have that downtime. And I think that's probably one of the reasons I hate league so much and I don't play it anymore, is that exact reason.
Yeah.
So when the big transfer offers start coming in for your kid, are you going to make sure he plays in the Bundesliga? Are you going to, are you okay with the Premier League if they come knocking? Or
oh, Timmy, Yeah, I would love for him to have any opportunity. The quite honestly, the goal is just to get an education out of it. Work his butt off just to make sure you get an education. Anything beyond that, it's up to him. We can only do so much as parents, right? But pretty cool story today. We had the Champions League, and I'm a big Bayern Munich fan, and we ended up beating Lyon. And Alphonso Davies, who's actually played in Edmonton Junior, Braxton's now playing for their academy, BTB Academy. And just before his training session tonight, they actually had a FaceTime with Alphonso Davies.
Oh,
so
wow.
From Lisbon. So that's probably pretty late over in Lisbon too. So that's pretty cool. The kids loved it. So
yeah, maybe you guys should start FaceTiming YBC bowlers across the country. I'm sure they'd get that same thrill out of it, eh?
Well, you never know. I have a few times actually been on the receiving end of a request to have a conversation with a YBC kid at a tournament, and just kind of get their mentality correct. And everybody at this level, at the so-called pro level, WCBT level, we're all open to that. We may not be able to get back to you right away because there's other priorities in life, but we're not going to turn away too many or requests, especially for YBC kids. Right? Lean on those so-called pros. Like, if you truly want to get better, that's how you're going to get better.
That's a tough frame to throw right here.
Yeah.
Had that feeling way too many times. Increases his spare percentage, though. That's a lucky, right?
Jim Head will be happy.
Well, congrats to Bradley defending his title. Shakes another one off and moves on to next week.
You know what, Bobby, if you're watching, you can we can just carry that over for another wager, my friend.
Yeah. All right, we'll get these guys in, get their final thoughts on it, and all that good stuff.
6 for 7 isn't too bad, Jim.
Well, boys.
Congrats, Brad.
Thanks. Glad to not be the one-hit wonder like the guy who preceded me.
Well, it helps when a guy shoots 180 at you.
You weren't much better last week.
Hey, 190.
I think he got you for total, though.
I looked up and saw Bradley. Did I beat him for total? And he's like, yes. That's all the reason why I bowled 10.
I don't even know, honestly. It's probably pretty close.
That's why I bowled 10. That's why I bowled 10.
Oh, way to lay down, Tim, in the biggest game of your season so far.
To be honest with you, I was more nervous about Tyler. So I'm still a champion today. So I'm okay.
Yeah,
Not really.
The younger one.
Not
Congratulations, you're a child beater.
50%.
Wow. Oh, okay. Well, okay. You know what? Touche, bud.
Good bowling, Tim. All jokes aside, good bowling.
Yeah.
Got hosed on those 2 blow-bys in the last game.
Yeah, honestly, I had nothing. I'm out of shape. I'm really.
Well, you've been out of shape for a while.
Yeah, it was good. You played well, honestly, and you threw the strikes when you need to, right? So, yeah, it was good. Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Well, great bowling, guys. Can't thank Brett Hendrickson enough for joining us.
Yeah,
and,
thanks, Brett.
Commentating.
My
Pleasant
pleasure.
surprise, buddy. Yeah, it was great to see
Won you
you.
your money, Brett.
Yeah, good man, Bradley.
So for all our audience that's still tuning in with us, we are running the Calgary Clash again this Friday, I do believe at 8:30. So please join us then. And if you don't, we'll hopefully see you next Wednesday for another Bradley defense.
See you guys then.
All right. See you guys.
Good night, guys.